So I've been waiting for OneLeaf to make a thermal optic for quite some time. Well, they've finally done it. They sent it to me. Let's take a look. Welcome back to OG's Danger Show.
00 North Mont, apartment 4, open 9119. Any Hallback units at 200, 1779 and RD 457.
So OneLeaf, the night vision company, has been sending me products for quite a long time. I've really been impressed with them, and in fact, it's pretty much the only night vision stuff that I'll even review anymore. Because of its high quality, it's not quite military grade, but it's far from LARPer or airsoft grade. I just really like their quality, and I've got quite a few pieces from them. They first started out by sending me the NV100, which is a clip-on night vision device that attaches to their scope. Now, this is a really cool design and a little bit bulky. Soon thereafter, they sent me the NV200, and that's a set of night vision binoculars. I'm not really sure what happened to the NV300. We skipped that, but the NV400 came out recently, and it's an awesome night vision scope. However, I've been waiting for OneLeaf to finally make a thermal optic, and they've finally done so. They recently sent me their Mars MT1000, and this thing, based on just its build quality and compact size, stands to be a pretty good piece of equipment, and we're going to check it out today. OneLeaf sent me the Mars MT1000 with two lenses. I believe when you order yours, you're going to get your choice of 35mm or 50mm, and of course you can add the other lens. I have attached the 50mm on here today, and this is the one we are going to test this out with. I started playing with this MT1000 without even looking at the directions. The menu button is that easy. With the first setup of the menu button, you could have gotten lost in here. However, with this new menu setup, it's just a simple push button and turn dial situation. If you've ever set up your iPhone or programmed a wristwatch, you'll be able to get through the MT1000 without even really looking at the instructions. Something that, you know, us guys aren't really good for anyway. The MT1000 comes with 3 little rubber buttons on top and 1 menu button. That's pretty much it. You press and hold the green on-off button on the right side of the optic. And while we're over here, let me show you this. The right side of the optic actually has a little very secure waterproof door, and when you spin open this door, you're going to see inside a little micro SD card. It comes with a 64 gig micro SD card. You can obviously replace that with a higher quality card or a higher gig card. However, the 64 is probably all you're really going to need. I found myself not even coming close to filling it up. You're also going to notice a little micro HDMI cable input. OneLeaf includes a little micro HD card so that while you're actually glassing something, you could technically have it set up to a laptop. I don't have any use for that. However, I like this other feature. Right next to it, you're going to see a little USB-C charger. Everything's going to USB-C these days, and this is a good move on their part. The USB-C charger not only lets you plug your optic into a wall outlet and charge it while it's mounted to the rifle. You don't need to disassemble it. You don't even need to take out the batteries here on the left side of the optic and charge them. You can plug this into your truck while you're driving and charge it in the floorboard of your truck. I plugged this one in while I was heading down Danger Mountain this morning. But of course, you're able to charge this, plug it into the wall, charge it overnight, and have it ready to go in the morning when you're ready to leave. The USB-C port is also good for a data transfer cable. You attach the included data transfer cable into your computer, and you can offload all of the video that you recorded on that micro SD card right into your computer. There is no need for removing that little micro SD card and inserting it into your computer anymore. The MT1000 records not only the video that you're seeing through the scope, but it records the audio so you can describe what you're seeing for other viewers. So this is the audio that's being recorded inside the device, 100 yards. Yeah, we're hitting down range. That's pretty cool. The lenses couldn't be any easier to snap on and off. It's like a camera lens. You pull back on the little safety button, rotate the lens off, and in a dust-free environment, attach your other lens, snap it right on, rotate it into place. The cool thing about the MT1000, the software on board the device automatically senses the different lens and adjusts all of your optic settings for that different lens. And that's actually pretty high-tech and pretty dang cool. The 35mm lens is a 2x power, and the 50mm lens is a 2.8x power lens. I mentioned before the menu is actually built for dummies like me. You simply press and hold the menu button, and you are able to scroll through all of the settings on this, from date and time. You've got 7 different reticles and a bunch of different reticle colors in here. With the primary menu button, you press and hold to get into the menu, and then you just rotate this button to scroll through all of the different settings. It's about that easy. And once you see the setting you need, whether it's date and time, whether it's brightness, maybe you want to change the picture type in your thermal image, maybe you want to change the reticle or the reticle color, you just rotate over to that selection, press and hold the menu button, and you're out of the menu and back to just a standard operating menu. Another quick press of the menu button allows you to get into the rangefinder setting, and I found this rangefinder, like any of the rangefinders that came on previous OneLeaf optics, to be very, very accurate. Now, on previous OneLeaf devices, the rangefinder was always an option that you could add, and when you slapped it onto your device, you got rangefinding capabilities, but it came at the cost of about $150 or so. The MT1000 now comes with this rangefinder built right into the device. There is no removing it. It's connected to the battery housing and right to the main tube of your optic. Rangefinding is something that's actually very handy, and I've used it quite a few times out here just today. The MT1000 comes out of the box with a rifle mount, so you are good to go for either tripod use or putting it right here on your favorite rifle. Inside the menu of the MT1000, you're going to find the option for 7 different reticles. Now, I have this currently set on sort of a German crosshair reticles, sort of the T-shaped reticle. I just found it easier to see the rest of my picture. And once you've selected one of 7 different reticles, you can also select different colors for your reticle. You've got your choice of a white reticle, you've got a red, green, blue, and then even a dark green. And I kind of wish they had a yellow reticle in here. I usually find that one easiest to see through these scopes. That makes finding that reticle pretty easy, no matter which of the thermal options you have selected. The MT1000 will also take still pictures. It takes JPEG pictures, 1024 resolution pictures, so you can take a picture of that nice buck right before you zap them. As I mentioned before, all of these optics now record video, but this records a 1024p video. It's almost the same quality as what most of you are watching YouTube on. Switching from video to photo mode is as easy as pressing this one little button here at the top of the little button array, and that'll toggle you between video and photo mode. I don't know, it doesn't get any easier than that. Now, on board your MT1000, you're going to find a compass and gyroscope mode on the left and right side of your screen, respectively. Handy little features that let you know not only what direction you're pointing, but also whether your rifle is canted, because as we all know, a canted rifle is going to affect your shot, especially in a more precision rifle than what I've got out here today. The MT1000 happens to be a one-piece aluminum body that is IP67 rated, waterproof, and the thing will operate from -4 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. So even if you left this in your car, or if you're out on the hottest day, the thing's still going to work for you. It's a rather compact scope, coming in at about 7 inches, and OneLeaf says that it weighs in at about 558 grams. OneLeaf includes a 2-year warranty on this thing, so if anything goes wrong with it, you're not stuck with a piece of foreign crap. You can send this right back to the factory, and the reviews I've heard from my customers is that when they do have a problem, which is very rare, OneLeaf has taken care of it right away. Now, these optics always come with a picture-in-picture mode. I personally don't care for them, but if you want to have a magnified, zoomed-in version of the target that you're seeing downrange, you can zoom that in, and of course you can calibrate the 2 reticles to be exactly lined up on the same target. One thing I have found very helpful on this is the one-shot zero. They always say one-shot zero. To confirm your zero, you're always going to have to get 2 shots in there, but I was able this time only, first time ever, to confirm my zero, to dial my crosshairs over. In exactly 3 rounds, I was on target. Okay, I wish I could show you in the screen, but I dialed my X and Y axis to my old bullet hole, leaving the white reticle on the primary target where I had been aiming. I dialed the red reticle down to the bullet hole where it impacted. In theory, we should be on target or pretty damn close in only 2 rounds. It's not a one-shot zero, but it's a 2-shot zero in theory. Let's give it a try. Two rounds, let's go check it out. Well, pretty close. I'll take that. Close to zero. This is at 25 yards. My first bullet was about 8 inches low and about 1-2 inches right. I had to put a box around it because as I was looking through the scope, I couldn't even see that little 22 caliber hole. But using those reticles, I was able to dial it up to about 1 inch away from center. Let's go back and put it 1 inch higher and 1/2 inch left. All right, they want us to keep the red reticle to the bullet hole. Move the red reticle to the bullet hole while keeping the white reticle on your point of aim. All right, let's go check it out. Rifle on safe, magazine, chamber is empty. Let's go look. Well, it only took me 4 rounds, but I'm liking that. First shot, second shot, third shot, and fourth shot. I'd say we're in there. 4-shot zero, not 1-shot zero, but no problem. And that is a record for OG. Now these things always come with a ballistic calculator, and the MT1000 is no different. So if you're a big hunter and you like different loads and you have different bullet weights, velocities, different calibers even, you can program them into the MT1000 and they'll be waiting for you next time you go hunting. I personally don't really have any use for that. I'm not a smart man, Jenny, but I know what love is. Now anytime I make a video about any of this stuff, people always come out of the woodwork in the comment section. Oh gee, you're just a shill. You're just 100% impressed with the optic. There's nothing wrong. First of all, OneLeaf is not paying me to talk about their optic. They sent me this free of charge, yes. I don't often keep the optics that I review. Only the best ones do I keep, and some of them I actually give away to longtime viewers or even Patreon members. So go join my Patreon page if you like. The link is in the description below. But for those people who think that I only say nothing but good things about these optics, there are some downsides to these things, and I'll give you a couple of the downsides that I came across while filming. The first thing I noticed, and this is a tiny thing, is that there's no yellow reticle option in here. I'd really like for there to be yellow. I find it personally a little easier to pick up on hillsides, but maybe they have done the studies and used the colors that go well with their, what they call false color options. And that brings us to the next thing that I really don't care for on the MT1000. There is no digital, daylight, normal view, regular color mode on the MT1000. You're always going to be looking through one of several, what they call false color options or thermal vision screens. White hot, black hot, red hot, whatever all those colors are, you're always going to be looking through those, and you don't have the option of switching over to a digital screen where you're just seeing the natural color hillside. So using this as a regular daytime field scope, while possible, is not the best. I'd really like to see OneLeaf include on the MT1000 a full color version, even if it's a digital picture. I'd just like to be able to glass this hillside with what appears to be a traditional scope, even though it's a digital picture. And then I could switch over using my buttons to one of their thermal pictures. But the only options on this optic are what they call false colors, or one of the thermal modes. Now I can't really leave you a link about where to go to get one of these MT1000s, but I will tell you that if you go down to the comment section, maybe at the top of the comment section, there could be people chatting about where to go get them, and they may have included some links about a couple of different sites. Hey, you guys stay safe out there. Stay armed whenever and wherever you are, whether it's day or night. And until next video, OG out.